Crafts episode 20. Yay! In the 2 zeros. So, I am MandoBug, also known as Amanda. Welcome new viewers, and thanks for coming back, returning viewers. You are loved. I appreciate it. You know, I am just glad that this is worth the time that it takes for me to put this up. I guess that's what's really important. Not that this takes a long time or is hard, but I put effort into it. I try. So, starting out with something I've learned. This week, it's something a little different than usual. I have tried my hand at wood burning. So, I picked up this wood burning machine. Oh, I'm sorry, the blinds. I should have pulled them up. It came in this nice little case, and the wood burner's here, and there's a whole bunch of different tips, and the kind that I got has the temperature is adjustable. So I played around with a couple of the tips that the machine came with, and so the very first one I did was this little pumpkin. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I apologize. This is ridiculous. Hold on a second. Okay, I think I got the light situation figured out. So I used the finest tip to make this pumpkin design that the machine came with. I mean, I guess it's not really a machine, it's a tool, so the wood burning tool. I used the smallest tip, and you know, for being my first design, I'm not too upset with how it turned out. I played around with some of the other tips. There's round tips, pointed tips, like a calligraphy tip. And out of all the tips, the long pointy one was my favorite. So I moved on to a bigger design, and my husband works with wood, so he's got a bunch of this scrap wood laying around. It's either pine or cedar. I'm not really sure. So then I did this guy. I think you can see. I'll go ahead and do it close up. It's probably the light's probably gonna make me look really dark when I pull this away, but it's like this bird design, and I can already tell by looking at it that I should not have used a pin to outline the design, because you can still see a little bit of the blue pin left behind. I should have used a pencil, most likely. You know, there's, because it could have been erased. But I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out, you know. So with wood burning, what I've learned is it has a lot to do with the grain on the wood. As every time I hit one of the pieces of grain, it would slow me down. It's just different than the rest of the wood. I think it's harder. So that kind of like jumps your wood burning lines. Because like as you do it, the machine gets really hot, but it's not so hot that it's like drawing with a pen. You kind of have to slowly glide the tool along as it burns and smokes. And I'll tell you what, it smells really good. It smells like sitting at a campfire, and I really enjoy that part. But yeah, I just put in, side note, I downloaded Audible for a free trial to see if I like audiobooks. I've never done that before. And I downloaded Ready Player One, and if you haven't checked that book out, if you like books, it's like a dystopia. I don't know, it's good. If you like video games, especially older ones, there's a lot of really good jokes in there about it. And you know, I'm only on chapter 2, but I just plugged in my tablet and I was listening to Ready Player One as I wood burned away, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. You know, my husband does a lot of woodworking, and I think it will be a good way to accent some of his work. So I'm really excited about wood burning. I think I need some more practice. Definitely, it takes a little bit to get used to the way the tool works. So that's fun. Works in progress. So I cast on my second sock for the Felia socks. Got my little Halloween bag, bats and spooky. Here's my first one. And so I didn't show you last week the toe. It just stops. I showed it to you this way, where you see all the excessive material. But this is what it looks like, all flat. It just stops. I think I'm going to do that on this one too, just so that they match. But I haven't gotten very far. Just the little beginning part. But I wanted to make sure I cast on because I didn't want to get second sock syndrome. And I realized casting on doesn't mean that I won't get that. I don't know why I thought that. Wishful thinking, I guess? I hope. So that is the Felia socks by Michaela Orth. Sorry, I'm looking down, that's where my show notes are. On US 1.5, and I'm using patent stretch sock in the Spumoni colorway. And I don't know why I thought this yarn was acrylic. I don't know if I said that to you guys or not. But it's 41% cotton, 39% wool, 13% nylon, and 7% elastic. And that is why it's so stretchy. I cast on another pair of socks. So the Seahawks are in the playoff, and I'm from Washington State, and I'm not necessarily a Seahawks fan, but my husband is like a diehard fan. So he had picked out this yarn that it was on sale, so I guess he didn't really pick it out. We saw it on sale, and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, those Seahawks colors. So this is Premier Yarns wool-free sock. So there is no wool in this one, although if I had to guess between my stretch sock and this one, I would have said wool in here for sure and not in the stretch sock. I don't know. This is 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. And I had to look PBT up. I was like, what the heck is that? It's like some scientific word, whatever. It's a really long name, and basically what it is it's a kind of elastic, really. It's just to make the yarn stretchy, and there's a little bit of stretch in it, nothing like the patent stretch, but I think it will make nice socks. Well, here's my socks. So, stitch marker. I'm doing it on DPNs, and look, it's toe up. It's toe up. My very first toe up socks. So, I started watching Penguin Soup Podcast, and she's having a knit along where you do something new, something you've never done before, and I'd only ever done top down socks, and now I'm trying toe up socks. And really, I believe that this is meant to be done on circulars, because the cast on, Judy's Magic cast on, was the hardest cast on ever with DPNs. It was very fiddly. I knit English. I'm not a thrower, so whatever that is. And I had to throw when I was doing the cast on because it's the only way I could do it. It gives this really nice seamless toe, so I like that. But I'm calling them Seahawk socks, but there are the Time Traveler socks by Liz Sedmak on US size zeros. Yes, it's taking forever. And I already told you what the yarn was. Premier socks, wool-free sock. So, I have a feeling those are going to take me a while. They're really slow going. I started them before the game. I knit them through the game and a little after. It's a couple hours, and I'm not even close to the heel, so. But they fit him. I've been trying them on him, which is a perk to toe up socks. And then I got a little bit done on my shawl that I'm knitting for the homespun knit along. Look at me doing all these podcasting knit alongs. It's fun. I like being parts of groups, and I don't have a local yarn store, and I have Lindsay of the Knitwhim Podcast. She's really my knitting buddy, kind of my only local knitting friend. Like we usually get together once a week and just hang out and craft, and it's so much fun. But that's all I get, is just her. And as much as I absolutely love my time with her, I miss a community. So I really enjoy online communities. So hence the podcast watching. So yeah, Zilver. So it probably doesn't look like I made it a lot further. Well, I guess kind of. I was like here, I think. So I've got a couple more rows in. It's getting a little bigger. This is a very fun project. It's a free pattern. It's Zilver by Lisa Mutch. I'm knitting it on US size 7s, but the pattern calls for US size 8s. I'm hoping that I didn't make a mistake going down too small. I didn't check my gauge because it's a shawl. It's not super important. but it feels kind of tight. I'm hoping after a block and wash it'll loosen up. And this is Neighborhood Fiber Company's Studio Sock in the Lincoln Park colorway. It's orange, of course. I could not have it, right? It's a really bad habit. Moving on to spinning. I've done some spinning this week. I have done a lot of spinning on my Olive You fibers. This is their fiber in the come on, light. This is their fiber in the girly gray colorway, and this is all I have left. It's a little less than a half ounce. This guy's wound up pretty tight, so it probably looks like less than that. But yeah, a little less than a half ounce. So that means I have 1 single, 2 singles, and I'm working on my 3rd single. So I am spinning these, hopefully, at about a light fingering weight. And I don't know how much yarn I'm gonna get out of this, but I think I'm gonna get quite a bit. The cool thing about doing the 3-ply is even if you're inconsistent in your spinning, it makes it look a little better when you 3-ply versus Navajo plying. If you spin thick and thin in Navajo ply, your yarn will be very drastically thick and thin. But when you 3-ply, if you've got a thin one, maybe you've got a thick one, and then, you know, it stays more consistent that way. With this fiber, the way it was dyed, it wasn't like stripy. It wasn't very specific in its dyed color. So I decided to just break it however and just go with it. So like I'll just break pieces off like this and then just spin. And it, you know, I wasn't trying to keep stripes together or anything. I'm just going crazy speckled, and I'm really interested to see how this turns out because there's very long stretches of gray, dark pink, light pink. So it'll be interesting. I'm probably going to finish spinning the 3rd single tonight and let it rest overnight and then ply it tomorrow, and I'm really excited to see what I get. So I'm spinning that on my trindle. It was really I only have 2 spindles, and I couldn't spin it on my other spindle. It gets too heavy, and I can't keep up with the fine. I guess I can try to show you behind my fingers how that's not working. How fine it is. Does that work? It's not too fine. Finest I've ever spun, but I don't want to spin any finer than this. I'm not trying to make a lace weight out of this. Maybe in the future I'll spin a lace weight, but I got lace weight for Christmas. I don't need any more right now. Moving on to one more work in progress. Oh, my other spinning. So this is and the pink and gray, I don't remember if I mentioned it's 100% merino. So my first time spinning merino, and it's nice. It's really soft. But this spinning is 100% targi. So this was some fiber I got from Blue. Why did I say blue? It's Mountain Colors Ink. I got it on the Atlanta Shop Hop, and the colorway is Northwind, and I think the light's doing it justice. I mean, I got this like blinding light from the sun right here. It's winter. Go away, sun. Like, what are you doing? It's still cold outside. It's just, I didn't expect, it's been overcast for like the last week. I did not expect the sun to be out like this today. But this one is also not dyed in any specific sort of color stripe. So I'm not trying to maintain that at all. Targi is like, it's like thick. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's very fluffy. So, I felt like this fiber demanded worsted weight at a minimum. And so what I'm trying to do is I didn't even divide it or anything. I'm just loading my spindle up. So there's not a lot on here. I didn't spin it for very long. This is like washing out. Is there, no? Okay, well, hopefully, I mean, what I'm seeing on the screen right now is like blindingly white. So hopefully when I look at this later, it's not so bright. This should be blue. Is that? I don't know. It's like washing it out. I apologize. But I'm just trying to spin it on there, worsted weight, and I'm going to load it until I can't possibly fit any more fiber on it, and then I am going to wind it off and then chain ply it back onto the spindle. So I'm trying to spin as consistent as possible because, yeah, chain plying, Navajo plying will show your inconsistencies, and going from spinning my light fingering singles to this worsted weight single, I haven't been as consistent on this spinning. So I've kind of paused here trying to finish up the merino and then come back and finish this. But it's nice to spin something different. The colors are really pretty. I think I'm naming the skein like Clouded Sky or something like that, because that's what it's like. I mean, the targhee is so fluffy and the blue is just so, it's like the sky, so you know, it's clouds. That's what it is to me. Moving on to check it out. So this week, I wanted to share with you something I've shared in my blog back when I was blogging before I podcasted, a website, urbanthreads.com. And I found this website when I started getting back into embroidery. It's a modern embroidery pattern store. And at first glance, you're like, oh, this is only for machine embroidery. But it's not. So they have almost all of their designs are offered as machine embroidery and hand embroidery. And the cool thing about it is the hand patterns are only $1 generally. And they also have a bunch of freebies. So, you know, the bird I showed you earlier, well, here, I'll show you this. This is an Urban Threads design, and this one specifically is actually a freebie. So I went ahead and downloaded it and just played around with it. The cool thing about and this is their hand embroidery pattern. Their machine embroidery pattern is free too, I think. I'm not 100% on that, don't hold me to it. But it comes in PDF form, and you can resize the image before you print it. So it's scalable, which is amazing. And so yeah, there's this freebie. I've gotten another handful of freebies from them before. They're up for a little while as free. And I've also purchased patterns from them as well. So I'll show you some of the ones that I've done. Their patterns really are modern. Oh yeah, the pumpkin is their pattern too. So the bird is free, this one is not, and the ones I'm about to show you are not free, but I only paid $1 for them, so I think it's worth it. I mean, it's reusable. It's scalable, reusable, it's a digital format, it's amazing. So this design, I guess I'll show you the back of the piece. I'm trying to get it out of the blinding light, if you can tell. This is the back. I had done this design in punch needle. I think this one's Springtime Tea, I think. You know, I'll go ahead and get all the names of the ones and put that at the bottom of the screen. This is the punch needle side. And I guess I can tell you a little bit about punch needle if you want. It kind of looks like a carpet, and it goes really fast. So you use this little needle, and it's really sharp, and it's got a hole at the bottom. You thread the thread through this hollow part, and down here there's a special threader for it, but you just punch your way through the material, and it leaves this like rug looking design on the outside. And it's a lot of fun, and it's really fast, so I enjoyed it. I haven't done it in a while, but pulling this out to show you guys makes me want to finish it up. I need to hang stuff back there. It's so bare. So that's one of the ones I got. Here's one. Here's the very first one that I stitched, and this is my very first embroidery. It is not too bad, but like I don't know why I wasn't paying attention, and I stitched the owl's eyeballs backwards. So the pupils are white and the eye is black. Oh, I'll share it anyways. So he's really cute, but I did his eyes backwards. So I had done this as an applique on a purse for a friend of mine, and I couldn't give her this one. I had to redo it with the eyes done correctly, and it's a lot cuter, so I'm glad I waited. Quick note about doing hand embroidery like this. You should always do it between two fabric pieces here. See how I have two pieces of fabric? Because when you go to applique, you don't want the backside strings that you may have showing through. It helps when you have two pieces to kind of hide that. So that was my first one, and then I moved on to this one. This one is crayon tinted, and so all the color is just crayon tinting, and then I outlined the bird in black. So this is another Urban Threads pattern, absolutely gorgeous. And they have like a whole set of animals that are like doodle drawings like this. I was pulled towards the bird, but I think there's like turtles and I don't know. They have a whole set of animals done like that. That's the other thing about Urban Threads is they will have collections, and those are really gorgeous too. And you can browse by category, and it's just sometimes they'll have really good sales. Like, I think initially when I bought my first chunk of Urban Threads hand embroidery designs, they were all 50% off. I think it was an anniversary sale, so I was getting them for 50 cents. You just cannot beat that. So, here's the last one I have to show you guys. I know I'm really chatty this episode. I hope it's not too long. This hummingbird. And this was a lot of fun. It took me a while. I think I messed up transferring the pattern somewhere around here, so it doesn't match the pattern exactly, but I'm still really happy with it. So yeah, Urban Threads, if you're looking for, I don't know, really just an awesome pattern for anything, because like you can hand embroider them, you can stencil them, you can wood burn them, you can really do a lot. So and the other thing is you can sell stuff that you've made with their designs. Not that that's my intention, but it's cool to know that you don't have to worry about that. They promote, sharing your pictures on Instagram, I think it is, or Flickr, or I don't know. They got hashtags. I don't know, check it out. I'll set up a link in my show notes. Urban Threads, amazing. So that takes me, I didn't mention I skipped finished objects because I don't have any. So, current events. I finished clue 3 of the Tentacowl Mystery Knit Along by Lily Go. And so I'm assuming 3 clues is 3/4 of the way done. And is this not just, it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's so luxurious and soft. This is Dream in Color Smushy with cashmere in the Bronze Lake colorway. And I absolutely am loving this pattern. And I don't know if it's because the clues are released in small pieces, like 13 to 16 rows, that it doesn't feel like it's taking that long to make. I usually knit the clues the day they come out, but this one I wasn't able to. I was doing too much spinning. But I did. I'm done. 4th clue comes out in a couple days, and I can't wait to bind this off and wear it. It's gonna be so pretty. So I'm really enjoying that pattern. I really love Lily Go's patterns. I can't say that enough. So the other current event going on is the January finished object thread in the Ravelry group, and guess what? I am throwing an extra prize in there. So currently whoever gets the most loves by the end of the month wins a pattern of $10 or less from me as a gift on Ravelry. And I've decided to throw in another pattern for a random drawing winner. So there will be 2 winners. So 1, whoever gets the most loves, and 2, just a random drawing from one of the finished objects in there. So, yay! I saw a lot more projects being put in there, and they're just lovely. You guys are amazing. You guys do amazing stuff, and I love that you share it with me, so thank you. So upcoming events. The Twisted Gals January to March spin along is going on in the Completely Twisted and Arbitrary Ravelry group. So this is a group that Lindsay of the Knitwhim Podcast had told me about. She participated in their spin along last quarter, I guess you could say, and she had this gorgeous Polworth from Gail's Art, and it was, I think, like a Sherlock colorway. It was gorgeous, and when she showed me her yarn, I mean, she's really good at spinning, so it's not just the fiber, but oh, I was like, wow, what is this? I want it. So I joined along for this quarter, and so how it goes is the Ravelry group will have a indie dyer that they feature for this, I'm going to say quarter, because it's like 3 months long, so for the quarter. And so they have an indie dyer that, I don't know how it's chosen, but they choose one, and then they have a theme. So this quarter's theme was showing its age. And so based on that theme, then people who are going to be participating in the spin along submit inspiration photos. So the photos that, and then it's voted on. So the photos that won this quarter are like, it's like a rusted old car in like a field, and there's like an antique looking doorknob, or like a weathered fence. It was some really cool photos, and she's got 3 different colorways on, each colorway's on 2 different bases of fiber that you get to pick from. So I chose Rusted Song, I think that's what it's called, yeah, Rusted Song on Superwash Merino, and it was really hard to just pick one. I really wanted to get more than one, but I'm trying not to feed my stash. I'm still finishing up spinning my other fiber, and I got a yarn stash, I don't need a fiber stash too. Even though I know it's inevitable, I'm trying not to do it. So that's well, I mean, it's coming up / going on. It's January to March, but the fibers just got dyed earlier this week, so you won't be missing out. And I feel like 3 months is plenty of time to spin the fiber on a spindle or a wheel or what have you. So I'm really excited about joining along in that, and my fiber hasn't come in yet, but I just ordered it a couple days ago, so I'm going to give it some time. So that's that for the spin along. And then so I mentioned, I think last week, that my birthday is coming up next month. So on February 20th, I will be turning 25. Yeah, so I got a couple comments from you guys going, hey, how old are you? Because you look 12. I know I look really young. I guess it's good genes. But I'm 24, and I will be turning 25. Quarter century! Oh, I don't want to be old. I can't say that because most of you that watch are probably older than me, and like 25, you're not old. So, but so in celebration of my upcoming birthday, I am going to be having a giveaway, and it's going to be different than most other podcasts. I have a friend here locally who owns her own bakery. It's called the Sweet Creams Bakery, and I asked her if I could give away a dozen cupcakes, and she said yes. So there are rules, unfortunately, because it is food. So I am going to be giving away a dozen cupcakes, and the winner gets to choose the flavor, as long as not as long as, you get to choose the flavor, and all of the cupcakes have to be that flavor. So no like 6 this kind, 6 this kind. It has to be the full dozen, same flavor. I guess the downside to it is only people in the United States are eligible, because she said she can't guarantee shipping outside of the States. So that's unfortunate. I'm sorry for my international viewers, but you will not be eligible for this giveaway. I'm sorry. But so you got to be a member of the group. You have to be in the United States, and then I'm going to set up a thread for you to go to her Facebook page and that's really where the business is right now. She had a website, but it's under construction, so she's only taking orders through her Facebook page currently. But I'll put up a link to her Facebook page. You can go into the photos of her cupcakes. She said any cupcake she's made before is up for order, so anything you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and have you just, for your entry, post what cupcakes you like, and if you won, which one you would want for your dozen. So I put together a little slideshow of some of her cupcakes, and I guess I'll go ahead and insert that here. So yeah, does that not look delicious? I think on the wedding photo it was like something like 200 and odd cupcakes. Wow. I can't imagine. I think my favorite out of all of them would be the chocolate chip cookie dough cupcakes. I think I'm going to order some of those for me on my birthday. But I think she said her favorite was the mint chocolate chip, but I don't really like mint in my desserts, so that's me, I'm weird. So I'll set up a thread for that, and you guys will have like a month and some change until my birthday. And on my birthday, or the week of my birthday, I will do the drawing for the winner. So if you like desserts, you could be excited about that. And then on to my final upcoming event. I am spoiled. Yes, because my birthday is coming up next month, my husband let me order a wheel. Yeah, I'm getting a wheel. I'm so excited. Like, I did not expect to be able to get a wheel this soon. I knew that eventually I would get a wheel. I've only been spinning for like 6 months, and like that, I can't believe it. So he let me order it early because we weren't sure how long it would take to get here, and I definitely wanted it by my birthday if that's what he was going to get me as a gift. And he said yes. So I ordered an Ashford's Traveler, and I'm super excited. I got it unfinished, and that is why I'm learning to wood burn. So I plan on wood burning some pumpkin designs and like very Halloween themed designs into my wheel and my bobbins, and then I want to finish it with like an orangish brown, like an orange tinted wood stain. And I'm going to order some of it's made out of beechwood, so I'm going to order some like small pieces of beechwood and test out how wood burning and staining goes on them before I even attempt to do it on the wheel. So I know it's going to be really hard once it gets here to just let it sit and then let me decorate it and then put it together. It's going to be the hardest thing in the world, but I know it's going to be worth it. I've seen other Ashford Travelers on Ravelry that have been wood burned and stained, and my jaw just dropped. I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. This is what I'm doing, and I am going to be very painstakingly slow in this process. So I am like, when he told me, and even after we ordered it, I just was like, I am shocked. I can't believe that I just got a wheel. Oh my goodness. So I did want to say I ordered it from Winderwoodfarm on Etsy, and I almost ordered it from Paradise Fibers because they give you credit for what you buy from their store. But this Winderwoodfarm had the Ashford Traveler, only $10 more than Paradise Fibers, and additionally, everything that Paradise Fibers had it coming with, Winderwoodfarm added, let me see, I want to make sure I get this all right, 1 pound of wool, 4 ounces of hand-dyed wool, plus a 2-ounce spinning bat, a large nitty knotty, another bobbin, which makes it a total of 5, like, for only $10 more. Of course I ordered from them. What? And they had sent me a message saying that the 5th bobbin wasn't shipped with my order from Ashford. So great communication. I was like, that's no problem. I don't care. He said it's in the mail and it will get here later, just not with my will. That's fine with me. So I'm super duper excited for that to come in the mail. I think it might get here next week, which is only like 2 weeks since I ordered it. So that's not bad. So yeah. Since it is episode 20, I did put together a little short montage of my pets, so if you're interested, it'll be here at the end. Sorry this episode is so long, and sorry my lighting sucks. But I will see you next week, guys. Bye!